We're just making sure we're logged on by the app, over. That's affirmative, thanks.
What speed are we doing? 7.1 knots, and what's the wind speed? That's not a bad...
True wind speed.
Ah, okay. It's not a bad conversion. So, southwesterly wind. Quite a few white caps out there. And we are hooting along. 8 knots. That's like doing about 150 in a car for us. We're going.
There's Kim at the helm. Wind's died off a little bit. Stockton Beach off to the west. All things are looking good. Here's our sail. We've got the number 2 reef in, which is good. And out over to the east, we've got some whales jumping around. I can't see them now.
Goodbye, Stockton Beach. It's spicy. It's picked up. What speed are we going?
7.5.
7.5 knots. How much wind? 24 knots?
24, yeah.
24 knots of wind. Probably about an hour and a half south of Port Stephens. And yeah, the sea state's changing. It's still really comfortable. But half an hour ago, we're only in 10 knots of wind. And the sails are very happy today. There's at least 25 knots of wind getting into it. Pretty gnarly with the wind outside in Port Stephens. Huge westerly blowing 30 to 35 knots. And the further west we tried to go to seek shelter, the rougher it became. There was actually waves breaking over the bow of the boat. So when in doubt, come into a marina. Thank you, Delboro Marina, Nelson Bay.
Weather check for Monday, the public holiday.
Yeah, tell me all about it.
So it's blowing from the west again, 30 knots. It's is funneling between Sydney and just north of Nelson's Bay, which is here. So yeah, 30 knots. Looks horrible out there, as you can see. So I'm glad to be in the marina. Copious amounts of fresh water and power. How good is that?
Bullets of wind.
Maybe. Bullets of wind.
How does that occur?
Turbulence breaks off the top of the hill and a big rotor, horizontal rotor, and it comes down into the water. A bit like a horizontal cyclone or a willy-willy.
Welcome to Tuesday the 10th of June in beautiful, sunny, windy Nelson Bay at Delbora Marina. What an adventure it's been.
Yeah, for the last 2 nights.
We have had our stern pointing west towards the wind at the T-intersection of the marina wharfing, and we've had 35 knot winds hit us on the stern.
So when you open up the companionway in the boat, it turns into a ginormous wind tunnel. The wind gets rocketing from the stern all the way to the bow, so we have to shut that entrance way up there every night, which I don't like doing, but we sort of have to, only because we've been put in the wrong way on the dock. But it is what it is, as I say.
And it's no fault of the marina that we went in the wrong way on the dock. When we got here on Sunday, it just absolutely blew up hugely in the channel. It's really exposed to the west here in Port Stephens, and we jumped in here to the marina and they just wanted to quickly put us on a wharf that would be easy to get onto given how strong the winds were on that day. But I think yesterday was the crescendo of the winds. Today it seems to be calming down. We can actually have the companionway open. I don't think there's any way we could have had that open yesterday. We just would have been blown away. But we can actually do that today. So yesterday we, I reckon we went for a walk all the way to Shoal Bay in the height of the windstorm, and we've got some footage of that which we'll show you.
So we walked all the way up to the top of Mount Tomaree, which was no mean feat.
Absolutely. I was amazed by the amount of people going up and down that mountain on such a horrendously bad day. It was incredible. A few jobs for us to do today, so we're going to go look for some wet weather spray. Greg bought an awesome jacket yesterday from the local Red Cross op shop after his other jacket fell apart. So it's really, really awesome. $20 worth for this, all lined inside, but we just want to make sure it's all waterproof, so I just need to buy some waterproof spray from Woolworths.
So when you're bored and you're a tight-ass sailor, go and check out the op shops.
Exactly. And a few other jobs.
trouble with fresh water leaking into the bilge, and it's been driving me nuts. So it seems to happen every time I fill the forward tank. And we're up until 2 o'clock this morning trying to find this fresh water leak, because it's bad enough having a leak in the boat as it is, but when you've got a fresh water leak, it means your fresh water is going into the bilge, and that's the last thing that you need, is to have your tanks emptying into the bilge. You can't use them yourself. So anyway, I've actually found it, and it's in the filler pipe, which is what are doing there? Check the bilge.
Just checking for our water leak to make sure all the work that Greg did yesterday actually worked and fixed it. Sneaky spot under the carpet. Are we
Dry.
dry? Yay! Awesome. This is part of our bilge that runs right down the centre of the boat. And the final bilge. Fingers crossed, it's dry.
Yep.
Dry.